And I'm Mei.
And we're personal trainers, and we are here to share with you guys some insider tips on things we wish someone told us before our fitness journey.
Trust us, these tips are game changers, and they will hopefully turn your sweat and your hard work into a successful fitness journey.
So let's get into it. Tip number 1 is results don't come fast or easy. And this is a major thing to point out because many people come into their fitness journey thinking that if they are consistent for a few months that they'll see results quickly, and that is not the case most of the time. And that can be really discouraging when you don't see results because you're putting in this hard work, you're doing everything you can, you're cutting down on foods, you're dieting sometimes, and it takes a toll on your body too. So when you don't see results, you get really discouraged and the motivation is not there anymore, and it's just a constant cycle. Consistency comes into play. It's going to take years and years for the results that you want. Some results will be attainable in a few months, others will take years. Being consistent in your diet, in your workout plans, this is going to help with any result, and you have to also look at results as they come. They're going to look different on others, and they're going to look different on you.
To take on to that, like G said earlier, not everyone is the same. What works for one person is not going to work for the other. You are unique, and you will have your own unique goals and things that work and don't work. Another thing that goes in the category is correct form is more important than how heavy you're lifting. When you first start out, you should not worry about how heavy you're lifting, but the proper way to lift what you are lifting. If you do not focus on correct form, this can easily lead to multiple injuries. And if you're just starting on your journey, you really want to minimize your injuries. Tip 2 is going to be physical appearance. Lifting weights will not make you look bulky. I know a lot of people get nervous, especially women, when it's suggested to do weight training, even resistance training. A lot of women will think, oh my god, but then I'm gonna bulk up, I'm gonna look like the Hulk, like I don't want to do that, and it's associated with the weightlifting. Trust me when I say this, muscle mass takes a long time to form. 1 to 2, maybe 3 sessions of weight training is not gonna make you look bulky. You're not gonna wake up one day and look like the Hulk, I can tell you that.
Yeah, so with that said, along the lines of muscle versus fat, muscle is more dense, so it will carry a lot heavier, and it's going to make your body look a certain way. But there is, like you said, like in your fitness journey, there are toning exercises, there are different exercises that work certain places, in specific places that you want to be toned and more like dense looking muscular wise. So that is something just to take into consideration, that like bulky is just a word that people use when they're trying to put emphasis on a certain place in the body.
And I think what fits well into this category, like G said, muscle mass is more dense, meaning it's gonna weigh more. So a lot of women will think to hit a certain goal you have to lose weight, and you get on the scale, you look at your weight, and you can tell growth by if you lose weight, right? And the numbers goes down. But I will say, if you're doing weight training or any type of resistance training and trying to increase your muscle mass, that weight actually might go up just because muscle does weigh more than fat. So keep that in mind. The scale is not a great way to show progress.
Yeah, a tip for success or just to see progress in your journey, I would say, are before and after photos, just because that is, well, first, you're the object in the photo, so you're gonna see what you looked like versus what you're seeing now, present. and it's not a weighted scale. It's more so showing you the results on your body at that time and place. The third tip is do not start your journey for the aesthetics. So many of us follow like influencers, fitness influencers, models, Instagram models, like they all are there to show off their body, to show what their diets are, their workouts, what's working for them. The number one thing that I could add is start your journey for yourself. Again, bringing it back to your why and your reason. You are doing this, one, for something, whatever your goal is going to be, goals, multiple goals. But I would recommend starting your journey as functional training, whether it's what you're doing for your daily life. You want to be able to carry your child in the airport, you want to be able to reach above your head without hurting, you want better posture, you want to be able to carry heavy things, and just overall running around with kids or family and having fun, and still taking that into your elderly life, and being able to potentially prolong your lifestyle where it's healthy and you're not hurting and your bones aren't breaking and you're brittle and stuff like that. So again, you need to find your reason, you need to find your why, and not much so look at it as I'm gonna do this to change this about myself because it's working for others and they look amazing.
An emphasis again on what works for others is not going to work for you. It's different for everyone. What I've seen a lot on social media is fitness influencers putting up a quick 30-second video, saying something catchy, making people read into it and do it, most likely, because that's their job, is to influence you. But 90% of the time, the videos I've seen are goals that are unattainable in the amount of time that they say, which gives false information, and I think you just have to be careful where you get your information. Tip 4 is going to be listen to your body. I definitely wish I knew more about this at the beginning of my fitness journey. At the beginning, I was working out 7 days a week. There was no rest day. There was no time for my body to recover. I thought if I just worked out every single day that I could get to the goals I wanted quicker, which is not the case at all. I realized shortly that I was actually overtraining myself and losing muscle mass. I know that sounds weird, but it is possible when you overtrain that instead of gaining muscle, you actually lose it. So it's very important when it comes to building muscle or just getting to your goals is to take a rest day. Work out 6 days a week and have that one day where you're resting. These rest days are not lazy days. They are essential to your workout program. I tell every client this: if you really want to hit those goals, you're gonna need to recover properly, which means allowing your muscles to repair and rebuild. And that only happens if you're not fatiguing them every day.
Kind of like Tinder, to be honest. You just have to kind of play around with it, see it, hang on to it for a couple of weeks, maybe a month. And again, if you don't like it, there's no pressure in dropping it and starting something else, because again, you're listening to your body, you're seeing what you like, what you don't like.
Another tip that works with listen to your body is longer workouts does not mean a better workout. And when I say this, I mean being at the gym for 2 hours compared to doing a HIIT workout, which is a high intensity interval training, which usually is between 15 to 30 minutes. 15 to 30 minute HIIT workout, you could burn a lot more calories than staying in the gym for 2 hours. And I mean this because it depends on how many calories you're burning and the intensity the workout is.
A lot of the time people go into it thinking if they skip a day or whatnot, like Mei said, like if I don't work out on my glutes for a day, I'm gonna lose all the results I have. That is not true. You can go a full week without targeting a certain place and you will still come back to what you were a week ago.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose that in a week. Nutrition is key. So if you've heard this quote, abs are made in the kitchen, that is 100% true. It's all about fueling your body with the right nutrition, with the right foods that will help you sustain a workout. In order for results, you need to be able to fuel your body so you can obtain them.
With nutrition, I know a lot of people ask about supplements and what you should drink before a workout, after a workout. The tip I would say is don't focus on supplements when you're first working out. I think the main thing you should focus is in your diet, what you're eating, and your training regimen and how often you're training. If you get those two things down, you should be good to go. If you really are trying to look for some more supplements after you have solidified your diet and just eating healthier and consistently going to the gym, then you could go into supplements. But a lot of beginners will hyper focus, honestly, on what protein shake, what BCAAs, what pre-workout I should drink. Don't worry about all of that. All you have to worry about is eating correctly, fueling your body, and consistently going to the gym.
The one tip I would add for if you're looking for a supplement or just in general what to eat after a workout, the main two food groups that you should be putting into your body are carbs and protein within an hour of your workout, because a lot of people have the connotation that carbs are bad. They're not. They are an energy source and you need them for results, for energy, for fuel, for the body. So if I could say one thing, I would say grab some carbs and protein after your workout, especially like Mei said, when you're starting out and you're not doing supplements. Carbs and protein are your key ingredients.
I like to tell my clients you never have to cut out certain food groups. I like to say you just need moderation with any food that you eat.
When you are cutting down, I would say, a food group, that doesn't mean to take it out completely. And many people think that when you have to cut down, you take it out completely, and that's just not healthy. So,
No.
Again, emphasis on moderation and figuring out what works for you.
Yeah. The next category or tip category is going to be where you get your information. I kind of briefly went over about it, where you need to be careful what you see on the internet, right? I know that now these days there's so much information out there that you can get it like that, and if you're not properly looking in the right places or the right people, you can get complete BS from the internet, and that's not also healthy when it comes to your fitness journey and the goals you want to have and to hit. I know fitness influencing is huge now, but maybe check and see if they're certified to even give you these tips and advice. G and I are certified personal trainers, so we have the certificate that says we can give out advice, you know? But there are a lot of people out there who will just post their fitness journey or tips and things, and they might not even be certified to do that. So just be careful what you're watching, who you're getting it from, so you don't get those false informations and lead you down the wrong path.
Many people go to a trainer or a fitness influencer to get help when they don't know where to go to. And because social media is free these days, it's free, you can get any information you want, you have to take that too with a grain of salt. Your information you're getting is free. Are you gonna listen to Wikipedia every time you have a question, or are you gonna go to like a
Accredited,
surgeon
yeah.
or accredited person in that field, I should say. So kind of like compare information you get on social media to, will you always follow Wikipedia? Because we all know someone could go into Wiki and add whatever they want without any credits. So you need to also take that into when you're looking at fitness influencers or just models in general, because I want to say 7 out of the 10 of those fitness influencers don't know what they're really talking about. They're only talking about what works for them.
Along with that, in social media, when I've been scrolling on my own stuff, I can tell 90% of the workouts or goals from people I've seen, 90% of the time, it is false goal achievement attainable for someone to hit. They will say you can hit it in like 4 weeks, when that's just not the case at all. You can maybe see results in 4 weeks, but you're not gonna look exactly like the person in the video in 4 weeks. They probably, like G said, been working out for 6+ years, and that's why they look like the way they look. But no, and this can be very negative when it comes to someone on their fitness journey, just starting, and getting information from someone saying, oh, you'll look like this in 4 weeks. You do whatever it says for 4 weeks, and you don't look like it. And I've had people and clients spiral out of control because they're like, well, I listened to this person and what they had to say, but I don't look like that, so I give up because it's not worth it. Well, I can honestly say if they kept with it, they would look like that, but not in 4 weeks. It takes months and years to get to exactly the way you want to look, right? But you also need to be able to enjoy the little successes in your goals.
Yeah, with that, I want to emphasize successes. When you see a result or when you see something that you're successful in, you need to highlight that, because those are major steps in your journey, whether they're big or small. When you're in your beginning journey, definitely highlight and celebrate the small steps, because they are big steps for someone who is just starting.
I would say the small goals is what's going to continue to motivate you.
Yeah.
So enjoy them, celebrate them, because you won't get to those big goals without those little ones.
The last tip that we are going to be adding in this video is one of the most crucial things I think as a trainer, everyone who is starting their journey should know about, and that is motivation will come and go. This is something that is so crucial in the journey that it's frustrating when you're not motivated to continue. And so many people deal with the lack of motivation, whether that's, not feeling it today, I'm not going. And so there is a medium balance between listening to your body and taking those rest days and then the other side is using it as an excuse not to go work out. And that is something that is hard to find, but if you're with a trainer, then you're going to schedule your workouts and you have that person that holds you accountable, which is also a source of motivation. It is hard to stay motivated, especially like Mei said earlier in the video, when you don't see results or you're not looking the way you want to. So you do need to work around those obstacles and give yourself grace when you're not motivated, because it is truly something really hard to do. And we work out almost every day and we lose motivation, and the only thing that will bring us back is either the fact that one person goes, you feel that like competition between both of us, or you get back to what your why is, and that will be your motivation to go.
I think with this, what would help with motivation is honestly getting a gym buddy. Or like G said, you could get a trainer to help you stay motivated to go. But I will say, I think the hardest thing about motivation and just working out in general is that it's the consistency part. It takes 6 weeks to make a habit. And if you really want working out to become a habit, it is going to be tough for those 6 weeks because you are training yourself to do this certain thing almost every single day. And that's why your why and your goals are so important, because you need to be able to bring yourself back to your why and be like, why did I even start this in the first place? And that's why your why and your goals need to be more than just your physique, because I hate to break it to you, but I've had so many people fail because they want to look a certain way, but they aren't thinking in the right mind or the right goal.
At the end of the day, you have to be honest with yourself, because you're the only person getting yourself through this journey. You're going to go on a journey that is going to take so much effort within yourself, because nobody else can help you. We can put you on the track for success and we can tell you all these things that will help you, but you yourself are going to be the one that is pushing the work forward.
Personally, for me, when I started my fitness journey, I really wish someone told me these things. So we hope it's helped you wherever you are in your fitness journey, whether that's beginner, contemplating if you even want to work out, or if you're like us and you've been working out for a while. We hope that some of these tips have helped along your way.
If you have anything to add also that we didn't touch on that you think might be a good tip, let us know in the comments, and let us know if you guys want more of these one-on-one type of videos about fitness journey and what to look for from a personal trainer, because we are more than willing to sit down and make these types of videos that are more educational based. But that is the end of this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And like always, be kind to others and happy yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.